Hey there YouTube, it's Nick with Feeding Fitness. All you can eat Wednesday, refeed day. All right, refeed day, not cheat day, not free day. These are not the same thing. I say this every time I do a refeed video because it inevitably comes up. People always like to post on Facebook or whatever, check out my refeed meal. And it's hamburgers and fries and pizza, not a refeed. That's a cheat day, free day, those are fine to have. Just don't call it a refeed. Refeeds are very controlled, very specific. You want normal protein. I'm gonna shoot for around 200. You want low fat, very low fat. I'm gonna try and cap it at 30. Like 30 to 40 is probably okay, but as low as you can conceivably go. It's impossible to go super low because there's just like certain products have like 1 gram of fat here, 1 gram there. So, 30 is a decent limit, 40 if you can't make that work. And then carbs. All the carbs. That's what you're trying to do on a refeed, is pound the carbs. So basically what you want to do is take your calories to maintenance, or like maybe 100 or 200 above maintenance, and after you've met your regular protein for the day, and then you've capped your fat at about 30 to 40, everything for the rest of your calories should be carbs. So you can't eat things like pizza and fries. It doesn't fit. You'd have too much fat. Now, the reasons you do a refeed, primarily, it can stop water weight stalls, but those are going to correct on their own. So I don't consider that a reason to have to do a refeed. It really just helps you train better. When I do refeeds, as I'm getting leaner, my performance in the gym is enhanced. That's the real reason. Some people will also say a psychological break. I don't so much get that, because if you do refeeds properly, they're not like cheat days. Cheat day is a psychological break. You have to have all the things that you can't normally fit. On a refeed day, unless the psychological break is getting carbs because your regular diet puts you in low carb for whatever reason, if you just don't have a lot of calories to work with. I don't go extremely low carb when I cut to begin with, so I don't get that psychological benefit so much, but I can see where people do. If you're eating just like 100 grams of carbs a day and now all of a sudden you're gonna eat 400, that's a psychological break just to have the carbs. But psychological, a cheat day is probably better. And then for like things like leptin levels and to correct adaptations that occur when dieting, again, refeed is not the best way to do that. You want a full diet break for that. You want to take 2 weeks, eat at maintenance, do that. Refeed is for gym performance, a little bit for your mental sanity if you're going really low carb. But enough about that. I got a whole video on this. I will link to it. And one more thing before somebody posts in the comments, somebody always does, your fat is way too low. You need to eat more fat. Fat is good for you. Fat doesn't make you fat. I know all of those things, but this is a very specific day. Every other day, I eat plenty of fat, but on the refeed day, you want fats low. So you can save that comment. Anyways, here's what we've got to start off. This is a cinnamon raisin bagel, and it's got fat-free cream cheese. Fat-free cream cheese is like perfect, and are bagels for refeed foods, as they are both just nothing but carbs and protein and very low fat. So, the bagels don't have that much protein. These are from Einstein Brothers, so you can look up the macros of the different kinds of bagels on their website. One of the reasons I choose Einstein Brothers, because they provide macronutrient information. The cream cheese, and I used 1 serving, which is 33 grams, so it's only 30 calories, no fat, as it's fat-free, 3 carb, and 4 protein. So it's like a perfect, food for refeed. And then we got a light and fit and a banana. So everything you see here, very low fat, and then protein and carbs. And that will be the theme of the day. Okay guys, dinner time on the refeed. Boom. Chicken and waffles. So that's breaded chicken, it's baked. I use 35 calorie sliced bread to make into breadcrumbs and bread it. Those are some poblano peppers. That's some green beans, and then 2 protein waffles made with the Kodiak cakes. And I just did the straight up, used what was in the box. I didn't change it. So 2 fat, 30 carb, 14 protein. Great for a refeed, so only 4 fat between the 2 waffles. Very little fat in chicken breast. And then I just threw some of my Hungry Jack sugar-free on it. Macros on that is like basically just a few carbs, 8 grams, but 7 of it's sugar alcohol, which is why it doesn't add up. So this is some of the times why you have to pay attention. If all you count are macros and pay no attention to calories, things like these will make your totals different. But I don't do it that way for this reason specifically. So that's why my totals work out. There you have it. All right, more bagels coming at you. We've got blueberry bagel and cranberry bagel, and put cream cheese on both of those, and some sugar-free, fat-free Jell-O. All right, guys, let's wrap things up. So, drowning myself in carbs. Got some Magic Pops cinnamon variety. Yes, they even work on a refeed. 2 more bagels, 4 slices, more of the fat-free cream cheese, and monster bowl of protein ice cream. So, refeed macros, 215 protein. Like I said, I want to hit about 200, so that's fine. 539 carbs, we're right where we want to be. Not a lot of fiber today, but that's okay because like literally every other day makes up for that. Sugar was relatively low, not super important. I mean, you don't want to drown yourself in sugar on a refeed, but you know, 118 is not bad at all considering 539 carbs. And then fat 20. That is the lowest I've ever gone on a refeed. I didn't set out to do that. That just happened that way. And that's fine because that's what we're going for, low fat on a refeed. And then we'll eat plenty of fats tomorrow. So that's it for this edition of All You Can Eat Wednesday. Like I said, refeed day, they're not a super psychological break because if you look at what I ate today, you know, so I had 5 bagels, I had a really good dinner, but then a lot of the usual stuff I always eat. Like if I'm at a 500 calorie deficit and I'm only going slightly above maintenance, it only adds about 600 calories to my day. So it's not a huge, you know, big difference. Oh my God, the refeed. So I just hate when people take it that way and they're like showing their pizza and sodas and you know all that good stuff. But those are for your cheat days. Anyways, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Questions or comments about refeeds can go down below or over at Facebook at facebook.com/feedingfitness. And I'll see you guys next time.